Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So we're going to talk about the overall market outlook for the year. I'm going to give you, at the end, I'm going to give you my picks for the rest of the year. Disclaimer, this is not advice, financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am only sharing with you my plan and my purposes. This year, there's a lot of volatility is what I see. I see things going up and down, and I believe that this will be a perfect year to get started if you're new or to dig deeper if you're not new. So let's get into it. OpenAI and SpaceX may come on the open market this year. Now, why is that important? That's important because they may suck some of the liquidity out of your traditional stocks, Nvidia, Apple, Robinhood, Palantir, all your favorites. Big business, big corporations, big bank, and local retail are going to probably jump into these if they come out and if they're hyped the way I believe they will. The results of AI, people are going to want to know the results. So the last couple of years, several stocks, Oracle, Oracle, Nvidia, Micron, several stocks ran big time based off AI. This year, people are going to want to know what's the results. What's up? Is AI paying? You know what I'm saying? They put money in. They want to know what's the results, and that's valid. It's about time. So those are going to bring volatility because see, when the earning reports come out, they're going to get the data, they're going to get the information. And if it's not lining up with the value of the company, the stocks are going to drop. It's already been getting a little shaky. It's going to get shakier. But I do believe that some of these earnings reports are going to come in very good. So that's going to run some of them up. Another thing that's going to bring on some volatility this year is the midterm elections. And this is why I say it's such a good year to get into my system, the simple system, just DCAing into a couple good ones. And you, at the end of the video, you'll see those. Midterm elections are going to bring on volatility. In the typical midterm election year out of the 4-year presidential cycle, this is the most volatile year of them all. So expect volatility. The Bank of Japan, the yen cherry trade unfold could happen more. There's a complex thing, but basically all our banks are intertwined together, and we're going to be cutting rates. And it's last year, that's what brought on a good amount of our downswing in the market was the Bank of Japan's trade, how it happened. Typically, though, after the midterm elections, there is a rebound. So that could be next year or the famous Christmas rally. The Christmas rally is really only like 5 to 10 days. And it's based off of low volume in the market because everybody's out on holiday. So don't think too much about that so-called Christmas rally, but it is a possibility. Some more things that's going to bring some volatility and change possibly the market is the U.S. is interested in Greenland. Why are they interested in Greenland? They're interested in Greenland for rare earth, and that's going to affect certain stocks like USAR, MP. Anything that's related to rare earth and magnets and stuff like that is going to get affected, and it's in relation to the U.S.'s interest in Greenland. Some other things that are going to bring volatility to the market this year is the fact that the tariffs are going to have to get ruled on at some point. And that's going to affect the tech stocks in relation to sales in Europe. There's major stuff going on with the tariffs and the actual price of the stocks and limitations on the stocks. So they could actually go up. You never know. I'm not saying it's going to go up or down. I'm just saying expect volatility. Take this information, learn from it, watch this video and my next videos, and use the information to your benefit. So let's talk about the other stocks or investments that will be volatile this year. I don't know if you know it already, but gold and silver, they have an ETF. It's listed later on in the video. They've been on a heater this year. Now, I'm expecting a pullback because you can't just run forever, but I don't know when that pullback will be. So put those two on your radar. Another thing that's going to affect the market this year is the U.S. has taken over Venezuela's oil production, and I would imagine how it's going to be distributed. Venezuela had a problem with their infrastructure. Things were old. The way they mined the oil was an old system. It wasn't efficient. They're going to bring more updated, more efficient systems. So it's going to make oil production more. It's going to be more oil production coming out of that region. Who's going to capitalize on that? It could be the regular oil stocks that we're used to that are already in the Gulf. It could be them. But we do know that it's going to be more oil production. It's going to become more efficient. That's going to bring liquidity possibly to the market or volatility to the market. So that is a point of interest. So that wraps up this part. We're going to now get into what are the stock picks for the year. And I would love to hear all your comments below, any questions, and your question could be brought up in the next video. In the next video after this one, we're going to dig deeper into some misbeliefs that will help situate your mind about how you think about the stock market and how you think about investing. But for right now, let's just talk about the best ones for the rest of this year. All right, so these are my picks for 2026, the rest of the year. Number one is Google. Google is running with this AI thing and they're gonna keep going. That's the ticker symbol, GOOGL. Make sure you hit that one because the other one is Class C. The next is MU. That's Micron. That's the ticker symbol, MU. The next one is a gold shares ETF. IAU. Gold's been on a run. And the honorable mention is SLV. Silver's on a run, but all of these have been on a run. Expect some pullbacks sooner than later. But let's get into it. These are the ones I'm liking for the rest of the year. And the process is what I'm telling you is to simply DCA. DCA is simple, it's boring, everybody wants to not do it, but it will work. You want to focus on getting your money into brokerage accounts. Look, disclaimer, what I'm saying is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm telling you what I'm doing. So what I do, what I would like to do, and what my process is. You focus on getting the money into the brokerage account, and then from the brokerage account, then you dollar cost average whatever you could afford. If that's $10 a week, $20 a week, $10 a month, $100 a month. Afford. Now, when I'm saying afford, I want to use an example. Say you buy a car from the auction for $1,500. You sell it for $3,500. So you got $2,000 that was left over. Not necessarily profit because you put work in, but that is what you have to work with. I would say do this. I do this. Put $500 in my pocket, enjoy it, use that money to go find another car. Put the whatever amount back to go get another car. The profit or whatever still is left, put that into the brokerage account and dollar cost average into a certain amount of quality stocks or ETFs. So let's run through the picks for this year. Number one is Google. That's Alphabet Class A. Just take a look at this. 6 months it's been on a run. But the reason it's on a run is because they're deep into AI. They got their hands in almost everything. Google is here to stay, and they're going to keep blasting off. Next one, iShares Gold Trust. This is an ETF. ETFs are usually pretty safe, but this is an ETF that reflects the gold prices. Again, another one that's been on a run for a year, for quite a while actually. But dollar cost averaging in, safe. Don't get too risky. This thing has been on a heater. When you get nice pullbacks, you may think about adding a little bit more of a lump sum in on pullbacks. That's 1 month where you get a couple pullbacks. Occasionally these things will drop because they've been just going so hot. So it's a good time to talk about them. Next one, Micron. Micron is another beauty. Look at it for the last 6 months. But notice you do get dips, and that's why I want to talk about it. We're at a high. We could get a dip. Not tomorrow. May not be next week. May not be next month. But we could get a dip. And if you do, this may be one to have been dollar cost averaging in, and maybe you might, say you got $1,000 you made from doing some work. You might want to put 300, 400, 500 in the Micron and let it sit for 2 years. Honorable mention is silver, another ETF trust, but look at the heater it's on. Look at it. Just look at that. So now, again, are you following along what I'm saying? People get nervous when things pull back. Sometimes you got to get excited when things pull back. Depends on how far they pull back and how hot they were. This could pull back, or it could just keep rolling on this same path. But you can't predict when it's going to pull back. That's why I highly suggest to slowly dollar cost average in. This isn't my pick for the year, but it's an honorable mention. Back to, again, that's Google, iShares Gold Trust, and Micron Technology.